Gaslighting. That's an expression you hear a lot these days, isn't it? Gaslighting. I believe it means when somebody has a legitimate grievance, but you tell them it's all in their head, that they're just imagining it. Now, imagine if there was a guy, me, and he'd been posting on Facebook for 2 years about a genocide. Posting on Facebook because he lives in a foreign country, Bangkok, Thailand, and Facebook is how he keeps in touch with people back home. And he'd been posting about this genocide in Gaza because his government's complicit in it, and he thinks that it's his moral duty to oppose this as a citizen of a country whose government is helping it happen. And what if this guy had been ignored more or less by everybody he knows, 500 odd friends and family on Facebook? Remember, the only way he can keep in touch with people back home and know how they feel about this thing. Imagine if he'd been ignored for 2 years, apart from one person clicking like a couple of times, someone calling him a Hamas sympathizer or supporter, somebody calling him or implying he's anti-Semitic and that it's complicated, and not much else. Well, that guy could say he'd been gaslit, couldn't he? That these people ignoring him or opposing him are saying there's nothing to see here, there's no genocide. We don't even know why you're posting about this. Are you crazy? What are you bitching about this for? The council aren't emptying my bins regularly enough. That's more important to me. That's what one friend said, one old school friend. Sorry, I don't think your bin collection is as important as kids having their heads blown off, £2,000 bombs dropped on their heads, being starved, that kind of thing. Gaslighting. It's happening. It's happening to a lot of us talking about Gaza. It's happening to me because I suspect the people I know I grew up around, I'm related to, are quite right-wing and selfish, frankly. It's the only way I can characterize it. Because if you don't see this as a genocide and appalling and something you should oppose every single day, then, frankly, I suspect you're a racist or Islamophobic or generally a myopic bigot who only sees people who are just like yourself as worth protecting, only sees their lives as having any value. Right? Let's only care about animals and people who look just like us, and carry on posting those pictures of our cats and dogs and our holiday snaps, and F all the people having limbs blown off and being starved with the complicity of our government and mass media. Gaslighting. It makes me puke. If you don't see Hind Rajab, who had, I thought it was 335 bullets put in her, but I've read it's 355. If you don't see her life as having intrinsic value, then you're racist, bigoted, ignorant, one of the above. If you think what Hamas did on October the 7th, 2023, if you think that justifies a genocide, then you're effing insane, aren't you? Because nothing justifies a genocide. And I'm sick of being gaslit. Sick of being ignored talking about this. I'm not talking about this to get brownie points. I'm talking about this because some people who haven't engaged with it over the last 2 years might want to click on the last video I posted where a doctor described the sounds, sights and smells he'd witnessed in Gaza. They might want to click on that, finally start giving a shit, talk to their MP if they haven't already, go on a march if they hadn't already, because Keir Starmer recognising Palestine isn't enough. The UK needs to stop trading with Israel, needs to cut off all arms supplies. So I still live in hope that some people might start giving a crap, but it's looking increasingly unlikely. And the one dude who's sympathetic and clicks like on my videos, thank you. Thank you. Or my posts, thank you. And my friend in Tunisia who does the same, thank you. But do it every time. Show solidarity with people speaking out, because we need to normalise everybody speaking out about this everywhere they can, because once again it's an effing genocide, and chances are, unless you're Yemeni, it's happening when you're with your government's full complicity. Rant over. Free Palestine. I don't know if from the river to the sea Palestine will be free, but if it's not, then it'll continue to be an injustice of historic proportions. Thank you for listening.